Hey, hello, I'm streaming again. Long time since I streamed, 20 days almost. Today's 24th. Last stream was on the 6th, I think. June 6th. It's not that I've been too busy, it's more that I haven't found the time, and also it's been like too hot and mix of worry, being hot, having other things that come up and so on. So yeah, long time without streaming because of that. But I wanted to at least do. I forgot last week to review the previews. Also because the previous week, for example, not this last week, but the previous one, that week I barely did anything. So that Saturday I was like, what am I going to review? I mean, I've reviewed more boring weeks, I guess, in all of the time that I was in Spain. But I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to review this week. But now it's been like 2 weeks, and last week was not sure if interesting, but at least we went back to Steinhausen and did like Prüfungsvorbereitung. So in that sense, it's something, right? It's like a phase. Test. My back. Hermano, me estoy muriendo de calor y cada vez hace más calor. Bro, I'm dying of it and it's only getting hotter. Same. Like, it's 30 fucking degrees. Inside! I'm inside. Do you still have internet issues? Yeah, I still have the internet issues. I'm right now on my phone. This is not internet issues. Like, the internet is just too slow to start streaming. So I'm using my phone. My phone has issues. It has like... It cuts the 4G. Like, normally the speed is alright when it's stable, but every once in a while, for example, when I was calling my mom yesterday for an hour, it cut off at the very beginning and at the very end. So like twice in 1 hour, you could say, right? More or less once per hour, I would say. So sometimes it does it because I don't know, my phone is just... I think this is my phone's problem. Like, my phone cannot, for some reason, sustain the 5G connection. I think it happened back in Spain as well. I don't know. But yeah, it's hot as fuck. Tomorrow I have like a Fachgespräch, so like a small test, but it's like, I mean, small. I mean, it's like the practice test for the big ass final test that I have on Tuesday. So perhaps I should be studying a little more, but with this heat, it's like impossible. 27.6 at my place. At least I have a pretty good ventilator that is powering through all day and night. I do have a ventilator, not sure if it shows this. And right now it's at 5. I could put it at 10. But in case it's too loud, I didn't want to put it at 10. But also, with the window open, it doesn't cool down the thing, you know? It just pushes hot air inside. And like, I don't know, moves a little bit of sweat from my body out in the air. So, well, but it's not worth it. I mean, it's not that it's not worth it. It's that it doesn't work to cool down the place. But the problem is that if I had the blinds down, I go insane. Like, then the CO2 level of my room starts going up, and my head starts like to hurt a little bit. Not to hurt, but I don't know, it's like you notice this kind of like closed room smell, or not smell, but like air. And it's like either I drown in heat or I drown in my own breath. So I don't know. These past days I was opening the door and trying to let air out, but the problem is that this building does not have, in the rear facade, it doesn't have windows. So it's impossible to like create a circulating current of air. At least in like Steinhausen, we're now in a new building. In this new building, we were there for like these classes. In this building, it's new and it doesn't have AC yet because it's new. But at least there's like drafts because the windows are big and they go by side to side. So if you open like the two windows, air flows, and like on the part that it's shaded, it's not that hot, and you can like be there. And even if it's like maybe 26 or something like that, like it's like passable. But in this room, like this room is like that side is south. It's all the heat. I have hot air from like 11 a.m. until like night time. So it's always like super hot. Apparently it's supposed to get up to 40. I recently saw a meme. I saw that meme as well. Let's see, 3 a.m. Luften time or something like this. Very true, yeah. Yeah, I've been going to bed like later because of that, like at 1 a.m. or something with the window open. And I've been sleeping with the window open, which is shit because I also have like in that window a road. So it's always noisy as fuck. It's supposed to get to 40 on the weekend, 27 at night. That's going to be awful. I looked up Munich and it's not 40, but it was like 37 or something. And yeah, 25 at night or something. Insane. Not sure if you can hear the sirens, but yeah, there are sirens all the time. At night as well. I've been going to bed later because the sun is still out at 10. Yeah, actually same. Plus, it's like I don't get reminded to have dinner until like 9:30 or so, like, which in Spain is normal. But here, if I have to wake up the next day at like 7, then it's not so normal, and it's like a bit annoying. But I don't know. I guess I've been sleeping less, and also this week has not been like, I don't know, super crazy or something. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit hellish. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I think it was worse for me. It felt worse for me yesterday and the days before when I had my blinds down. The temperature was better. Right now it's 30.6, and when I close them, it's like 28. But 28 with no light, with no natural light, and with only with this lamp and with the CO2 air, so having to open that door to like get a little bit of fresh air. I don't know. It was like, I didn't like it. I prefer just window open, ventilator, hot as fuck, hot air, and we'll see if it ever cools down or something. I guess I'll sleep again with the window open tonight. It kinda sucks. I guess it is summer officially though, so I mean, I have always I don't mind the weather if I don't have to do anything. And last year I was unemployed, so last year I had to go to class here, right? I had to go to German class, I guess, but not yet. I hadn't started. No, okay. Last year I was here. Last year I had air conditioning in Germany. The previous year I was in Spain, and I didn't have to go to German class yet. I was just like sending curriculums and so on. So, unemployed life in summer, I don't mind it. Like going to bed late, it's not bad. I don't mind. It's my kind of like my natural rhythm. I get a little bit more to my natural rhythm. But yeah. So yeah, I was going to review like what have I done since since last stream, basically. And I'm going to open Google Photos. How have you been, by the way? Well, I've always liked summer because I guess I also have the same thing. I always have my birthday in the summer, but the older I get, the less I care about my birthday, the more I hate the heat. Lol. I don't know. I still don't hate the heat, but it's just work plus heat is just like unlivable. Like it doesn't make sense, right? So it's not that I hate the heat per se. It's just that it doesn't make any sense for environments not to be like climate controlled. When is your birthday, by the way? I forgot. Mine is July 28th. So in like a month, basically. A month and a week. Not that good, to be honest. I basically had a mental break and punched my... Yo, Jesus Christ. And punched my friend until my hand bled a bit. A lot of stress and I just got overwhelmed. That sucks, man. Hope you're better now, I guess. Tough. Are there like a lot of stress factors or something? Job and all those things. 5th of August, so not far behind you. This year I don't think I'll do like 28 thoughts or something, or I will probably make a little video like turning 29 or something, but I probably won't make anything like special, like 28 thoughts for the 28th like I did last year. You're 1996, right? Like a year older than me, or are you 1997 as well? I mean, I haven't had like these mental breaks, like punching the refrigerator. Plus, my refrigerator is like very low, so it's not like very punchable. But I don't know. If it's also like in this week that I've had not doing nothing, like the second week that I had not doing nothing. I think the last week that I streamed, I mentioned how I went to IKEA, blah blah blah, because on that week I didn't do anything. Well, that week where I streamed, it was like the next one was also not doing anything and like without information, and that no information, not doing anything, but also not having like officially vacations and so on, stresses me out. And that plus exams coming up, and like not only exams, but after the exams becoming like a fucking train driver and all those things, that is like fucking stressful. So I guess relatable. 97, we're not that far apart. Yeah. Born really close. Three of my close friends have birthdays this month in June. Already had it 12th and 21st. Two of them on the 21st. So it's interesting. Also relatively close by. But yeah, 28th till the 5th is really close. My brother turns on the 7th, but he's like 2 years younger. But we always like celebrate. I guess summer for me is also like my brother's birthday as well, because we always have like cake for me and cake for my brother. So it's interesting. This year I'm going to be again here in Germany. I mean, it's not my first birthday with my parents, I guess. It's been like already this year, last year, and in 2019 was also like alone. But yeah, I guess for me, I'm accustomed to celebrating with family, I guess. A lot of stress with work and uni, not really something I could talk about with anyone other than my therapist. And then shortly after my session, yeah, I did hear about the cut, the downfall in my case, but it's fine. I will get up again. It will just take a bit. Yeah. Some time to relax and so on. Well, to relax. To let things cool off in the heat, but cool off. Taking advantage of the good weather of like not doing anything, chilling. Oh. I mean, I guess if you have like this mental breakdown or something, and it's like that intense, you do get, how do you say? Krankmeldung? Krankmeldung is when you do it yourself. I mean, like when you krankgeschrieben. something like that, right? Krankgeschrieben. Krankgeschrieben, I think is the term. Or not really. I didn't really take vacation this year so far, but I also don't know what to do if I would take it. Maybe I should just take a week and do nothing for a change. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Maybe going to see family if they're like in a cooler place. Well, I mean, probably not, right? If your parents are here in Ratisbona or Regensburg or something. But maybe in the Ostsee. Or just literally do nothing and watch anime and so on. Go to the pool. I have a pool really close. But it's like €7 going in, so. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. The last stream was the 6th of June, so this is the 7th. On the 7th of June, I didn't do a lot. I just went to the park. And that's what I've been doing a lot on these days where I've been at home alone, you could say. Boop. Visiting family is also pretty stressful. I'm not really good at having many people around and no place to pull myself back to. So if I visit my family, my mom wants to make the most of the time where I try to keep upload. Okay. Yeah, for example, to me that doesn't happen, I guess. My family is like very very anti-family. Which is kind of like nice, I guess. In that sense, I know if I go to my parents' house, I probably won't do anything. Maybe my mom will be like, the first day or something, she will be like, oh, maybe we should cook something together or something. And then we never cook anything together, or we cook something quick the last day or something. Because she doesn't have dinner, and she usually cooks like for the middle of the day, because we eat like more or less of all of the house eats. So I journaled a little bit, took out this vlog-like picture. I recorded a video that I didn't upload. It was a video a little bit sad, but I didn't upload it. That was when I was like going crazy and starting to think, because all of this time alone, without hanging out with the classmates or something like this, it made me go a little bit crazy. So I was just like thinking about stuff, about like the future, you know, and about the past in general, many things. That was a pretty day, I guess. Some pictures of the outfit that I was wearing that day. Then the next day, I got a bike for, I don't know, a 20-minute walk to turn that 20-minute walk into a 5-minute bike ride. So I rented these bikes for the first time. It was interesting. I went to Edeka and bought some things. They were kind of heavy. And yeah, then some more outfit pics. Then it was apparently a rainstorm. What day is this? That's on Monday, I guess. Because on Sunday I didn't take any pictures, I guess. I just probably stayed home. Then on Tuesday I have pictures of my lunch. I'm going to try to see if I can do this. Thursday I took the bus apparently. I don't know what I did on the 9th of June, to be honest. What day is that? Thursday. I went with a classmate to some place. I don't know. But yeah, to sum up, that week, then the next day I went to a concert, that is true. It was raining. I went for a walk. The previous day I went for a walk. The concert was by this band called Men I Trust. I'm not sure if it's uploaded. It is uploaded, I think. Maybe I'll put a couple of clips on. This was from the walk. I can barely remember what I did this Monday. Honestly, I do remember what I did this Monday because... Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I did remember because right now I'm kind of like back again on this schedule of like doing class activities, so I more or less know. But I don't remember like what I did the 2 weeks ago. I'm looking it up on Google Photos, so if I didn't, I probably would have forgotten. I had forgotten about this concert already, so... During this whole week, this is the week where I was, I guess, like... Where I had, like, not a very big breakdown every day, like one time, rather like small moments of like breaking down every day, of probably every day of the week, including that day of the concert, because that on Tuesday I got an email that was like, hey, we got this thing called Mitfahrauftrag, and that means that you can drive in the cabin with someone else. You go up to someone random, you say, hey, I have this Mitfahrauftrag, can I ride with you? And if he says yes, then you just look at how he drives in the cabin. And to me, this is like something that really sucks, because it's like some fucking rando that doesn't know you, that doesn't really want you to be there, because like fucking train drivers are all people who are fucking loners, I guess, right? So they don't want someone with them. The ones that do want someone with them are trainers, and there are some trainers that seem like they don't even fucking want people with them, right? So it's like, imagine some randos. So I really don't want to do that. But we got like permission to do it. But Auftrag doesn't mean permission. Auftrag means like Auftrag. You must do it, right? It's like something you have to do. And the conditions were like, okay, before the Zusatzbescheinigung, you guys have like... you can do 2-3 days of like self-study, and they sent that email on a Tuesday. So I was like, okay, so does 2-3 days mean Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? And I was like overthinking about that and kind of like asking ChatGPT, okay, what does this mean? Does this mean that these 2-3 days? And in my head I was like, okay, they're going to be mad at me, I'm going to get an email angry the next day or something, right? So I wanted to study, but at the end of the day, like I barely studied that week, only like on Friday a little bit, that kind of thing. I was asked earlier what I did on Monday. Remember that I had to walk 11 kilometers, but I had to really think about what it was. Lol, and why was it? Why did you have to walk 15 kilometers? This was that day. I think that day I was like sad and I want to walk in the rain, literally. That's why I saw this fucking babosa, it's called in Spanish. This slug. I saw that slug because I was literally sad and I wanted to go out and walk in the rain. And this is sad me after walking in the rain. This is me at the concert. The band was really good, Men I Trust. I wanted to make a video about the concert, because like one of the classic videos that I make, right, of experiences during the concert, but it's too late now, I guess, because I don't have it fresh. But basically the things that I wanted to mention in the video is like being tall and not being tall enough is like a big deal in the concerts. But at a certain point in the concert, I closed my eyes, and it's from that moment onwards, it's like I started to enjoy the concert a lot more. It was like bittersweet because I was doing it because I couldn't see well because someone tall was in front of me blocking my view, and they kept like moving in order, and so I couldn't like see that well, and pulling out their phone and so on. So that was a little bit something bitter. But the sweet part was like that when I closed my eyes, it's like the music, I started to feel the music even more and like notice it even more and like be moved more by it. So, and this band is like it's like a really nice band, really mellow songs and so on. So it was good. And the parts where I could see, they were also good. But when I can see, it's like different because I can see them, but it's like I focus on the image and I start kind of like not hearing the music. These are the people that are before. I forgot their names. That's why I wanted to note it, but I forgot to note it as well. This is already the band, Men I Trust. This is the woman. I actually don't know any of the names, but then I also wanted to, the guy in front of me who was like taking the videos, I wanted to ask him, hey, can you send me the videos? But I didn't do it because I was like self-conscious and so on, so I didn't actually do it. Not gonna lie, I don't think all drivers will be loners and not like to have anybody watch, but I also have no experience, so maybe you're just right. I'd start by asking if they want you to stay silent or if small talk and asking questions is okay. I guess, but I don't know, the asking the question feels wrong because I don't know, maybe they say yes but they mean no, you know, and I don't understand it. I don't know. But you are right about that, actually. You are right that some people are just like friendly and so on, and like they are cool with people driving, and there are some people who are like, yeah, I used to be like a driver, but I turned to a trainer because actually it's a kind of lonely, and I wanted more interaction with people, and so some people do say it. So it's like there are some people who do switch because of that, and so maybe there are some people who are on the job, but they don't mind having every once in a while someone in the cabin and being able to tell a couple of stories, but they also don't want to deal with that every day, so they don't sign up for it or something. Yeah, I mean, if you're optimistic or something or realistic, maybe you can see it that way, I guess. On Monday I went to a client, they noticed they didn't have, but I don't know, it still makes me like anxious, you know, because I always think like of the worst. What about the worst? What's the worst that can happen? Then the AI said, okay, the worst that can happen is actually not that bad, right? And I was like, because the first thing that it said in response, it was actually not the worst that could happen, and there were many more things that could be worse, right? I mean, I don't mean dying, but for example, yesterday, apparently I wasn't on the job, but apparently the whole fucking Deutsche Bahn lost radio. Imagine you are just looking, and this guy is like, Scheiße, Bahn, Scheiß, blah, 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 all right? Scheiß Funk, because people get like that. When shit like this happens, I've seen it all the time. Even the trainers, not all of them, but some of them get like, and they start to like curse a lot and like get really angry. And if you're like there just observing and not doing anything, people get even more mad and so on, right? And it's like they don't get mad at you necessarily specifically, but they have more mad energy, and their energy of madness increases more than if they were alone. Because if they are alone, it's like they can bend and it's all right. But if they are alone and you are not doing anything and you can't do anything and you are like a load, it's like, I have to take care of that and of this and of this, and they get more angry. That's what I mean. And when it's not like that, it's like I feel like the most common person, it's like they like their ich will meine Ruhe. They always say that. Ich will meine Ruhe. Ich will meine Ruhe, meine Ruhe, meine Ruhe, meine Ruhe. So when you disturb meine Ruhe, then it's like, Urgh. So if you go there, it's like they reluctantly have to say, okay, because I guess a part of them, right, they were also doing this. They also had to do this thing of like knocking on someone random or whatever. But also not everyone, right? Because some people, they know someone from before. So they have friends, or hey, yeah, actually I joined because I had a friend. So I actually did all of my shifts, I did them with him. And it's like, they maybe those people who like their own piece, it's like in their head, it's like they have like this weird disposition, and they're like, why didn't you go be like a Lokführer in your own country or something where you know people, right? It's like, I did that, I did the thing where I know all people, so I went here. And they have like this weird energy, you know? On Monday, I went to a client and noticed they didn't have the key to the server room, so I had to walk over 24-minute walk to another place to get the key. I could have waited 1.5 hours and they would have brought it, but I thought, nah, I'll just get it myself. No. Okay, yeah, 24 minutes walk and 24 minutes back. That's 11 kilometers. 5 and 5, I guess. You walk fast. Personally, I prefer working by myself, but I also don't mind if someone who is new to the stuff asks me about it. I actually don't mind the small talk on the side as long as I can do my job. Lol. Yeah, I guess in general, people do seem like a bit like that. And it's also like being a Lokführer is like so fucking boring when you are like, when you know it, when you know everything, it's like so fucking boring. Everything is like, not every day is not exactly the same, but you know every play, like you know every fucking meter. So it's like the people who have been doing this for like 5 years or something, they know exactly when they have to like pull the lever at what kind of like strength and at what point in order to arrive to whatever, to the place at the right time. And they also know like the speed at which they have to go in order to, so it's like they can be talking to you while they do that, because that thing, they have it like so internalized that they do it like so automatically. Today I work 4.4 with this heat. That's crazy. If a train driver would start road raging, I also wouldn't want to be there. That's just awkward, yeah. I mean, to be fair, that hasn't happened often. But it has happened more times than it should, which is 0. If you find made that experience, then I can understand very well why you wouldn't like that part of the watching thing. Naturally, with bad experience, the expectations also get lower, and you will get more nervous to even ask anything while watching. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to paint it like super bad, but it's the worst part of the job for me. The worst part of the job for me is the people, honestly, which sucks because it's important, right? But the fact that there are like some people that are like this annoying and that their colleagues, I mean, I guess in other jobs, it's also like that, right? Probably the worst part of some jobs is the boss or something like this, right? So, I don't know. Or like some clients that you have to deal with every once in a while or something. But I guess when the best part is the people and the worst part is also the people, it's like balanced, because at least you get the good people, so you get like some support, blah blah blah. But if the best part of the job doesn't have any people, and it's like when you are just alone, and every time you have to interact with someone, it's like a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of a, oh, will this time be okay or will this time be bad? Then it's like a Russian roulette, and playing Russian roulette is not good. It's not like something you want to do for a job, playing Russian roulette. It's like at least you want to win sometimes, you know. Playing normal roulette is fine because sometimes you win. Technically, maybe you lose more of the time. Sure, but at least you get like the excitement of winning. But if there's no win, if the only possibility is that you get fucking shot in the head, then it's like... But yeah. Basically, that's why I was like kind of like nervous that week, and that was starting on Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, I was like, should I study? Should I go to this fucking? Should I go like impromptu? No, okay, today I'm not going to do it, but should I go tomorrow? So I was like the whole rest of the week thinking about that, right? Thinking, do I go? Do I not go? Do I go? Do I not go? So at this time I went. When I went to the concert, I was already kind of like stressed because of that, right? And I don't know, I did enjoy the concert, but it didn't feel like an experience where you go to a concert. It's not like going to a festival, you know, that you go to a festival and it's like you are chill in this kind of like chill vibe, chill environment. Everyone around you, it's like chill. You usually go with some people as well, right? You go with your group of people. You're like chilling with the... I've never been to a festival actually, so I don't really know. But from what I gathered, right, it's more like you go with your group of friends. You are like chilling. After the concert that you're really going to go to, there's still more music and like a little bit more party and like a little bit more chilling. And then there's another day of a festival. So it's like another day of like chilling and like vibing and so on. This was like a short moment of vibing, and the morning before I was like stressed. And then after the concert finished, I was like, my chip was already back again. Okay, fuck, what do I do morning? Do I stay home and study, or do I go to the fucking Ostbahnhof and like grab some fucking random train? What's the best right now in this situation? Blah blah blah. In the end of the day, I stayed home, right? So if I tell the story back with just the events, it sounds like I didn't do anything, right? It sounds like it was like a nice week. Oh, the previous week you went to IKEA, you bought some furniture, blah, blah, blah. That's so nice. And then you went to the park and you had a nice time and you cooked dinner alone, and then you hung out with some friend, and then you went to a concert, and then the next day you just stayed home and studying and you woke up late. Wow, what a nice week. Right, it sounds like a nice week, but in real life, it was not like a nice week. It was like a stressful week, even though I didn't do anything particularly stressful because of the like underlying conditions and so on. That's like the problem with explaining the week. To me, it sounds like you also, like me, could use a week off just to do nothing and relax. Yeah, to be honest, yes. That's the problem with these exams. That's that the exams don't have a week off. They don't give you a week off. It's like they come after. So if I fail, I get like 2 more weeks of stress, of this kind of like empty stress, because you also don't get 5 days of Wiederholung and another 5 days of Wiederholung. No, you get maybe 1 day of Wiederholung, and then the other 7 days you have to do it on your own. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I hope I don't fail, but maybe in the Mundlich, I think I have good chances, to be honest. But maybe in the simulator, there the chances start to go down. Then on the actual driving, they also start to go down a little bit, right? I don't know. It's also like really easy to fail. If they want you to fail, they can easily make you fail, and it's like legal, right? Because there are so fucking many Regelwerke and so on that it's like impossible. Like if they really want to catch you, they can. But yeah. Days where I have to work, it's less stressful for me compared to a day that I can stay home all day. But I have in my mind that I can get a call at any point. It could be that I have to go to work. Just the uncertainty kills me sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Same as me. That week I had this uncertainty of like knowing that there is going like an email or some kind of email is going to come, or like some communication, someone is going to say something. I had like this kind of like uncertainty all week, the previous week, and then that week I like knew it, and then I had this uncertainty of like not knowing exactly what to do, like Mitfahrauftrag, okay, but what exactly? And they say you should go at this time and at this time, between this time and this time, about 8 hours, and then you should wait 11 hours at least between the next, and then you have to sign the first and the last. So it's like flexible, but also not flexible because you have to be there, right? You can't simply decide, okay, I don't want to do it today, and nothing happens, right? It's like probably something happens, but you don't know what. You don't know exactly. Or yeah, the uncertainty of like, okay, I should study, but what exactly? What do I not know? Have I been given tests? No, if I want to know what I do not know, I have to make my own tests, right? I have to make my own flashcards and so on. And I have some flashcards, but I don't have flashcards from the most recent thing. So, I don't know. Whoa. I'm going to turn up a little bit the fan. Yeah, we also have those days where you have to like be at work and not do anything, and they are called Bereitschaft here. I think it's called Bereitschaft also by you, I guess, right? It's like the general term, Bereitschaft. We also have those, but you are not at home. You have to go to the office, and I guess that's a little bit better because at least it's like you bring your phone or something and you have to be there losing time, but yeah. Ventilador máximo, the fan. Yeah, I know Bereitschaft. This is full power. I think, yeah, it's minus 42 or something, so it's not that loud, I guess. If I do this, I guess it's loud. But if I keep it a little bit like this, it's probably like normal or like not that annoying. This is at the concert, by the way. And this is me after the concert, I think. It was a weird outfit, I guess, because it was raining, so I took the fucking long coat. This was me picking up a package. I bought a couple of online purchases. I bought some AliExpress rings. I bought this one. I bought a couple of more things. I spent like crazy because when I'm nervous, it's easier for me to spend on like random bullshit online because I have like less control over my impulses. So yeah, I saw some things. I thought they were funny from my friend, and so I got this. I'm getting a call right now. Okay. No. Okay, I'm at home, but I can't really go and make food because I feel like if I put something in the oven that takes 45 minutes and then I have to eat it, taking another 30 minutes, I wouldn't be able to go if I get a call right then. Same with going shopping in that time, by the way. My chef told me multiple times that it's okay if I tell him I'm busy when he calls and just tell him at what time I can be there, but I still get stressed. I mean, if you have explicit permission, but yeah, I get it. Because, for example, maybe you say, yeah, okay, an hour and I'm there. And he's like, wait, an hour? When I said you could tell me how long you would say, I didn't expect you were going to say a whole hour. I expected maybe at most 45 minutes or something. I guess if your boss is that kind of type, maybe. And I don't know, maybe he's not like that. Maybe he's like, okay, 1 hour 30, okay, I caught you in the middle of shopping, okay, it's fine, you have to put those things or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I think, for example, if I have to do Bereitschaft, I'd like to have, I guess, some kind of like Bereitschaft ready plan. You know, something like, okay, I'm going to chill and eat food, but the food can't be oven, so because I have to take it to work. So maybe it's like a bag of chips or, I don't know, something quick or something like this, right? Or I know I take the tablet and I take a movie, and if I'm watching, or instead of a movie, I watch like an anime because they're 20-minute episodes, so I can be like flip the next, and then if I leave an anime episode on the middle, or it's like I use it for rewatching something that I like. I rewatch that day something that I like, that I know already that it's not going to bother me too much if I have to pause it in the middle and then go back or something. I don't know. That's kind of like my mental plan of this Bereitschaft. But I don't know, we'll see. So far, every time he did call, I told him, can I take a shower before? And every time the answer was yes. Also, I take about 1.5 hours to get to any client, so with a shower it gets up to 2 hours. Yeah, I guess that's why they force us in the company to be there, because if you're not there and they told people you could be at home, many people would be like there 1 hour and a half later. Carbonara. I have here a picture of me watching a video. Something I did a lot. Have some videos playing. Oh, by the way, this you can see in the pictures things that I've bought. These acoustic panels were from OBI. This is the table that I got on IKEA. So now I have like my streaming setup all set up, like this fucking camera here, some more things over here. I have this old van. This is like a Abstellung that I stole because it was like broken on the floor. So I was like, I hope no one gets mad. And I have like my Deutsche Bahn key ring there. This is me after a shower. This is like very recent. This is like a jump in like maybe 5 to 10 days or something. This is me getting a package when I still had my hair going, like drying. Concert package pasta. This is the 13th of June. Okay, so that is that same week. That week there was a Ferrari in front of my house. So I took some pictures. There was this garage with a Ferrari. This is like my house, it's like right next to it. It's not theirs, I think. This is like a family member or something like this that came to visit, but it was like still them. And it was like plugged in. So I guess it must be one of those hybrid Ferraris, the SF90 or something, I don't know. I also have the long hair, but I never use towel in my head. I use it, I don't know, like for the first dry, I put it there and then I let it air dry. I'm not sure if it does anything, but I do it. That day I went to Ostpark again. This day it was like good weather, but it was not like super hot like now. It was still not that hot, I think. This was the next day, Saturday or Sunday of this week, where I was like, on Friday, I was like, okay, Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Friday, I'm studying. I didn't study until the day before, until Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I didn't study. But Sunday, I did study a little bit in the park. So I was like doing a couple of exercises, quick, like slowly, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, this Weltmeisterschaft started, so people were watching it on the beer garden, and I took a picture of like how it looked, because the beer garden was like really full. So it's for this beer garden, it's like nice business, because it's been like good weather. It's like this VM. What's a good idea to put this screen basically. And yeah, this was a car that I didn't catch. Also, I was 28 years old when I learned that the hair is inside the towel and not underneath the towel, just on top. Yeah, it's like wrapped around and then you do this. But that's like a special towel also. It's like a special towel for the hair. It has like a different shape and it's like a little bit more like this, so that it can catch. I could show it. It has like a little button here. It has like a little button over there at the end and a little loop here. So you can do this. Let the hair down. So do this. And then grab it. You can do it with normal towels as well, but with this one, it has like the little loop, so it's like easier for it to just stay there. Today I learned. Then the next day, Monday, that Monday is the Monday where the Prüfungsvorbereitung started. Oops. "5G is on." I think it's just a little bit, the connection has dropped a little bit, but... A lot of things don't really get taught because as people just assume you know it already. Yeah. I like some videos by this channel. Ethan Lebowski. He has some videos like about buying groceries in this channel, and they're actually really good. They have like some obvious things, you know, it's like, who needs a tutorial on buying groceries, you know? But actually when you think about it, it's like he has a system, and the way he has systematized it makes a lot of sense, right? It's like a flexible system, adaptive, blah blah blah. It's good. This video, why grocery shopping is bleeding you dry. In this video, he has a system about grocery shopping, and it's basically, I mean, once you tell it, it's like really simple. It's basically using the leftovers that you have right now to plan the meals that you get on the grocery runs, and it's like doing smaller. It's a very European video, to be honest, because it's like more or less the default mindset for a European person. It's basically like grabbing whatever you need more or less quickly whenever you're on the way to somewhere, but a little bit more systematized. It's like doing smaller grocery runs, using leftovers that you already have, but also buying those certain leftovers. They are usually like of a certain kind, so it's the protein, vegetable, blah blah blah. So it's like you only have to think in these categories, and that makes building meals like a little bit easier and something like this. He explains it really well. I like this video, and he has videos not about just groceries but also about cooking, and he actually started with the cooking videos. He's a cooking channel, but it expanded into the grocery videos. So I liked that kind of like mindset of like explaining the basics, but in a way where it's like, even if it's kind of obvious in a way, it's more or less like obvious once they tell you, when they tell it to you. Before they had told it to you, it's difficult that one could have explained it so well as he did. So it's like, I like that kind of vibe. My sister randomly told me how to scrub my back with a black towel when she noticed me doing it wrong when I was like 24 or something. Scrubbing your back with a towel. I guess I probably have neglect my back. I scrub it with a sponge, but not with a towel. I dry it normally with a towel, but I'm not sure what he means with scrub. I'm going to get some water. I'm dying here. $30.7 inside. With the fan, it doesn't feel that bad, but holy shit.